What up, everybody? This is Jeremy, and this is my first interview with a woman tonight. We have one of a special guest named Claudia. What's up? Let's go. So, how you been?
Good.
You straight? You been straight?
Yeah.
So, what you got
Yeah.
going on? Like anything new about you? Because I heard about you like a long time ago. I heard you was rapping. You doing all that stuff. I mean, I know a lot of people back in, my homies in New York. They used to rap and they still rap, and there's skaters out there. But what you been doing?
Nothing really. Actually, I'm going to California this in December
What you going to California for?
to go to the studio.
Oh, you going to the studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I quit that rapping. I quit that rapping a long time ago. To tell you that, I started a movement. Actually, the movement's called "That's No Way to Live." We kind of boosted up. We're getting it up there, and it's something big that you wouldn't see a teenage do. But if you look on our Instagram right now, you'll be wondering like this has been 2 weeks and like they're already at this many followers because we just hit 2 weeks and we're already at 756 followers. Like what? Yeah, I'm like shocked because
That's good.
people actually know about this movement. It's basically for all teenagers. Uh, we just pulled it out, and we're gonna keep pulling it out. And it's been good. So, how's the life been? You still in Oklahoma, or did you move out of state?
I'm still in Oklahoma.
How's it treating you? How's life in Oklahoma treating you?
That's pretty good, I guess. I just gotta stay out of trouble.
You been still getting in trouble? What I tell you,
Yeah.
what I tell you about what I tell you, just be. I didn't tell you this, but what I'm gonna give you headers. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. I mean, I know I left Oklahoma. I'm not in Oklahoma no more. I'm back in Texas. And just be yourself. Don't worry about other people. Stay out of trouble. Keep to yourself. What I had to do is I had to stay to myself. Everybody that I used to talk to in Oklahoma, they don't mess with me no more. I mean, you're the only person I'll probably talk to. Me come from Oklahoma, but we still don't talk like that. But I'm doing my thing. I'm being myself. I got a movement coming out. I got T-shirts I'm about to start making. I got people that's supporting it, and it's a good thing. I kept to myself. I'm staying out of trouble, and I'm not on the streets. Let's just put it that way. I'm not on the streets. My mom, she told me she's always telling me not to be out there on the streets, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna be on the streets. I told her that every day.
That's good.
So, what kind of trouble you been getting in though?
I actually just got out of juvie in July.
You what?
I just got out of juvie in July, like July 14th,
Why'd you go to juvie?
because I stole a car.
Oh, so you were stealing. Come on now. You know how we do. You know how I don't play that. We don't play that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I was on some stupid shit though.
you should be stealing. That's not a good deal for you. And I can even tell you this: stealing. My friend got in trouble for stealing. He had to go to court for stealing. Jameer, he got in trouble the couple months back. Summertime, got in trouble for stealing uh food. They finally caught his behind, and they took him to court. His mom grounded him for the whole summer. Couldn't hang out with me or my friend Sean. And I was like, dude, felt like saying, dude, you really can go to the store and rob people for some food? He's like, you go get food at your own house. You ain't gotta rob no store for it. I mean, you could have asked me for it. I could have been like, all right, I'll pay you. Go get the food from the store. Don't go stealing now. And I remember one day we were outside. We were in the building. He dropped some Reese's on the ground. He was like, I don't want this. I ran the other way. I walked the other way. I said, boy, you up for stealing in the store? I'm going the other way. Like he was trying to get us caught in trouble or something. He tried to play it off. And it was okay. It was okay. So, what kind of music you be making nowadays? I mean, you still making rap or you moved on to a different genre?
Yeah,
You still making rap,
rap and R&B.
rapping
Yeah.
R&B? That's good. That's good. I might lay out little tracks after this interview for you on our YouTube page. Might go ahead and just shout you out, maybe get you out there. 'Cause I like to help everybody out. And that's what I'm gonna do in this movement. I'm gonna help a lot of people out.
Yeah.
You gotta promise me something. You know, you gotta do this. You cannot get in no more trouble at all. If I do this, you cannot get in
Okay.
no more trouble at all. Because what I
I haven't gotten in trouble since the whole thing happened this summer.
you said what?
So I haven't gotten in trouble since this summer since I've been on TV.
So you just been sitting at home?
Yeah. And I'm back in school.
You in a relationship with anybody?
No, I ain't got time for that.
You don't want that no more.
Nah, ain't nobody got time for that.
He's like, ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I mean? I'm just chilling right here in my own couch, my own room, you know, and everything. I mean, it comes hard to when I know y'all women think different about us guys because yeah, we're a mess. We are a mess. And nowadays it's worse because dudes these days they have no self respect. You know, I've been hearing so many stories about a dude hitting a woman, and I'm like, are you serious? Do I have to come down to your state and beat the crap out of you? Like for real, I feel like if you hit a woman, you should feel. I feel like you should get them hands back by a dude. You know, you hit a woman, a man should be able to approach you and be like, "Oh, so you put your hands on a woman? All right, we're gonna be fighting then." Then y'all end up fighting. You
Mhm.
know, that's just disrespectful. You know,
Yeah.
I don't find that nice. I don't find that good about anything. I find that just rude. You know, it's stupidity
Yeah, for real.
stupidity, and you should agree with me, right?
Yeah.
Has a man ever put their hands on you before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that right there. That once I would have heard that story, that's when I would have jumped up, and be like, "What? Where he at? Where his digit? Where he live at? Oh, head to the house. Jump in the car. Let's go." I'm dead now in 2.3 seconds already. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's like, "What? You coming up here with guns and stuff?" I said, "I'm about to kill this nigga. What you mean? What? I'm coming over here with guns and stuff." He didn't put his
Now
hands on you,
don't get yourself,
huh?
but then you get yourself in some trouble.
Yeah.
But then you get yourself in some trouble.
Mhm. So you gonna stop being? So you won't? So you stop? You said you stop getting in trouble, right?
Yeah.
You just chilling.
Yeah, I kind of get out of the get in trouble stage.
You're going up. You going to California to the studio. So you trying to get noticed, pretty much. And I
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. But you know,
I've had
when it comes to being noticed, it takes a long time.
yeah, I've had like a lot of people like offering me like to like go rap with them and stuff, and I'm just like nah, like blowing it off and stuff, and then like I don't know.
I started a movement, so I have a lot of people that's wanted to join. You know, I mean, since the last time you saw my Instagram, I know you only saw me with like 300 followers. You go to it now. Ah, gosh, I got so many people that's want to talk to me now. Like, want to be.
I don't even got Instagram anymore.
I still do. I hit 2K already. I hit more than 2K
And
already in the last couple months. Stuff. Yep, I hit 2K, and I'm about to hit after I get this movement page. After the movement gets up, I'm probably gonna be hitting 1 mil. Probably, I'm saying in 2016. So by that time, yeah, we're gonna start it up, and if you still okay with that, I could still get you out there. I have no problem with it. I have a lot of connects. I have people that can hook you up, that can get you out there. Trust me, I got some digits to some I got some for some celebrities to talk to you, and they'll try to get you out there too. Cause I know you don't think I know, but I've talked to
I didn't
celebrities
say you did.
plenty of times. For one, I've talked to Paulie D before. I've talked to DMX. I've talked to Vado. Um, yeah, those three main people mainly, and they all you already know. You probably know about at least one of them. You probably know about Paulie D, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah, I talked to him before, so it's been good. So the what would you like? What would you want to tell people about you? Like your pet peeves, like tell people about you.
Um. The most pet peeve I have is people like being fake to your face and like just like being so fake and like acting like they're true and shit and they're really not.
Fake people I don't like. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Back then, you know, I already know, how me and you used to roll back then. You know how I was, right? Back
Yeah,
then, we had our little ties, and I don't. World, I'm not telling you what happened, but yeah, I did kind of lose it, you know. And now I just think so, man. Like, respect wise is me. When I feel like I get disrespected, I'm gonna yell at you. I'm gonna be like, "The fuck you just say to me?" And I'm gonna look at you in your
exactly.
eye and be like, "Get your ass over here for real now, now, now." And then respect. When it comes to respect, I don't play disrespect no more. I kind of learned to where I stand up and be a man and be like, if you're gonna disrespect me, well, fuck you too. I don't need you.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. Like, it's like you in New York and people just bump to you and you like, hey, how you doing? Hey, fuck you too. Hey, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you too, nigga. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's how people
I
are.
don't talk. I don't talk to nobody no more.
You don't?
No, like I mean, I talk to people, but not as much as I used to. Like I don't talk to anybody I used to. Like, I started talking to Taylor again, and then she like just like backstabbed me like this.
She still
She was trying to get her ass beat.
She's still backstabbing you and shit.
Yeah, I'm like whatever. I was like whatever.
Just
I'm
leave
not
her
gonna talk
alone.
to you.
Just leave her alone. It's hard. When it comes down to it. I've learned from everybody that I've been in, past relationships, past people I've dealt with. They've been assholes. And, I just was like, all right, then I'm just gonna let you go. You know, everything that we had, is gone now. But we could probably
Yeah,
still
yes,
work our way up.
like I'm just gonna back off and let you do you.
Yeah, and the one thing what I hate that people do is when they mess you over. When they mess you over, have you had that happen to you before? You got
Yeah,
messed over. Oh yeah, oh yeah. People mess me over all the time. They're like,
yeah,
yeah, let's be friends, and then the next day they're like, you know what? I don't think this gonna work out. I don't think we should be cool. You too lame for my squad. Like these days,
yeah, or
it gets worse. You know, it gets worse, and I
or just
I can't take it.
get you into doing some stupid shit, and then you get in trouble for it, cause that's kind of like what happened to Judy.
Oh what? So you basically got framed.
Like, yeah,
Oh hell no. Hell no. I'm not getting framed for nobody. So I gotta ask you a question. So like say if I got you in the movement, how would you bring a positive outlook on it? What would you want to show people? Because we basically show people to live their lives right. Being a player, uh being fake, not being fake, about success, many different things. There's many different levels that we have for this movement. What would you bring a positive outlook? What would you show people about this? What's one thing?
well, that just kind of reminds me of a new rap that I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
It's it talks about how raps nowadays are how it, at first it's ever since Biggie and Tupac got shot, rap's been declining, driving, pimping, and fine dining, and this is starts talking about how raps today have started kids joining gangs and what it inspires kids to do today, and how I'm tired of the ringtone rappers saying stupid stuff saying all you hear on the radio station is how I'm strapped, let's go sell some crack. That's all you hear most of the raps today.
Yeah.
And I put in I was I said something I was and it goes on. It's aim for the stars, shoot for the skies, and if you miss, you'll land in the clouds.
Ooh, that's nice.
And I was always reminded me that and told me that MJ got cut from the team, but he rebounded and like got back in the team and like he aimed for the stars and now he's like the best. He was the best alive and like stuff like that.
That's good. That's good. I mean, you doing basically, making a big change, and I see that out of you. You're not like Future on his, track, and he be like, yeah, it's just about like, nigga, you sound like you crying. What are you doing? I'm sitting there smoking weed in my room, nigga. Ta-da. Like, bro, what's wrong with your voice? For real, get your stuff straight. Why you sounding like that on the mic?
So,
I mean, you
but
rap with
like
some real stuff.
most
Like, you rap with
like
true stuff.
and like some of them like that's the rap I'm working on now. Like it's not finished yet, but it's like talking about how like rapping, like what today's rap inspires kids to do, like the joining games, getting into trouble, and like stuff like that because they think it's cool and stuff. But like, and it was like at the end it was like I want to leave in the celebration of like, and then like when I get to my destination of the occupation, I turn on the radio station. What do I hear? Some stupid ringtone rappers saying in my ear, get silly," like just like talking about how like rap, like the things like people are doing today,
Yeah.
like encourages kids to do those bad things, and like that the kids need to like have success in their life and like
Yeah, because most of the rap these days you hear on the radio, I mean, you hear that they're like bringing like negative things to these children. Like, I walk around every day and I go to school, and the music kids be listening to, Chief Keef, and for example, Chief Keef, you already know how what he be talking about, shooting people and shit. And I'm like,
yeah.
dude, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you're gonna get these kids wanting to kill somebody. Like, I had an old friend of mine that I mean, he goes to work the same job I work at, but he he stopped what he had to do. He said once he got a job, he'll stop smoking, but just the music he listened to. He's from Chicago and
Yeah.
all that stuff, but he was like, um, this Chief Keef music made me want to hurt somebody. And, I kind of stepped away from him and his little group that they had at my school because, they would listen to Chief Keef, him talking about we going to go and shoot New Jersey up. I'm like, dude, what are you teaching these? There's kids listening to you. There's probably people that are young, and when you come down to it, and you're a parent, and you got kids in the car, and you basically listen to music with all that cussing. It's like, what are you doing? Like, your child's gonna grow up, you know, doing things that they ain't got no business doing. They up here hitting bang bang and shooting somebody and killing somebody and murdering people. Like, what? What are you listening to? Like, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, it's like in like the rap that I'm working on is like all you hear is like I'm strapped, let's go sell some crack and like yeah. And
Yup.
then that's like whenever I start that's like right after that it's like why can't it be where it began?
Mhm. You're right. You're right. You're right. And I feel you on that. Like, now I feel like you've made a positive change, and I've seen that from you. Like, and I'm proud of you for it. You know, you've gotten better. You really have, and I've seen so much change out of you, and I appreciate that. You know, people when it comes down to changes, people make changes. People, how do you feel you've been, how your life is now, like through this big change it's going through? How do you feel like you are now? Because you seem like you changed like big, and you're proud of it. How do you feel about that?
Yeah,
How do you
I
feel
feel
about
good
it?
about it. Like I feel good about it. Like I got away from like the drugs and everything. Like away from the like environment that I was in. Like I live in Weatherford now. I used to live down in Tulsa. I just moved up to Weatherford with my grandma.
Uh-huh.
Because like my mom got all like cracked out and like I had to get away from that because it was just like putting a bad influence on me. Like showed me that like I was thinking, yeah, this is cool. I'm gonna do this and like and but like I pushed myself like to get away from it and like to like do good and get back in school and go to work and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm about to graduate anyways. You didn't know. You know, I'm like 12th grade now, right?
Yeah,
After,
I know.
yep, I'm graduating after
I
6 more
I
credits.
quit. That's good.
Hmm.
Since I quit school, I have to go back into the ninth grade and like I don't know. It's like stupid because like I've quit school twice.
What?
So it's
You
like
should have been in 11th grade right now.
yeah, yeah.
How old are you right now?
It's like almost 17.
Yeah, you should be in 11th grade right now. I'm in the 12th grade. I got 6.5 credits left, so you know it's working out for me perfectly. And I'm glad you're back in school. I'm glad you're doing your thing. But like we always say, like we say in the movement, stay in school. That's the best thing. Stay in
Yeah,
school because there's a lot of people these
like
days.
I regret like quitting school and everything.
Because like
Like
when you
I
get
don't know.
out,
Like
go ahead.
I guess I thought it was like cool. Like yeah, I'm cool. I'm not gonna go to school and like stuff like that. But like now that I'm like back in the environment that I need to be in, like away from the drugs and like stuff like that, I realized that I need to go to school so I can go to college and get a good job and like be succeeded in life.
Yeah, that's what it all takes. Like when you go to school and then you get out of school, you get your little high school diploma. While across that stage, you feel like I got a new Ferrari or for a new car in the front. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
finally opened up them gates, and I can go where I want to go. College. When you get to college too, man. I mean, people say it's hard. People say it's easy. I mean, you'll never know until you get to that certain level, that extent. But I'm
yeah,
going to trade school, so and it's still like college, but trade school focuses on one main thing, and I'm going there for fashion designing. I'm gonna start my own little
yeah,
clothing business with the movement. So, and this movement is based on teenage movement, and you'll hear me talk about it so much because it's something that's big. Something that's been
yeah.
out there for like for
It,
like it's been out there for a
yeah,
couple
but
months.
like
You know.
I remember like whenever we first started talking, like you was like you changed a lot, like just from like last time, like when we first started talking to now, you changed a whole lot. Like you seem like a totally different person than you used to be.
I did, and I told people I knew I was gonna change the way I was gonna be because I used to be, how I used to be depressed all the
Yeah,
time, wanting to not have my life lived anymore. I felt like I was useless, like I was just nothing. Like I cried all the time.
and
My heart was hurt,
and
and nowadays, I'm
that's
just
how I was. Like whenever I was in the hospital for overdosing on those pills, like that's how I was. I didn't even want to be like here anymore, and like I felt like I was useless and that no one cared and stuff like that. And then like I like finally realized that I can be a successful person and like show my mom
there is people that
like
care about
be
you. There's a lot of people that care about you. I care about everybody I talk to. you know. So while you talking to me,
yeah,
I care about you too. I'm not gonna say, oh, you know what, I hate people, because I mean, there's certain
yeah,
people that I don't want to be around, but I have support for everybody. Like you can, it don't
yeah,
matter who you are. I don't judge you by your color, your skin. I'm not racist. I'm not mean. I can be mean when you get on my bad side, but that hasn't happened lately. Because I've
yeah,
changed. Like when we used to talk, like you said, I changed from a whole different person. I used to be that type of dude that was mean, yelling a lot. Always
yeah,
rude to people. And now you see me, I'm like, you like what in the world? Like whoa, he's like a new person. Like I've never seen like him open up no like this before. I've never seen him change like this before. I can finally see the real him. And people like wonder like why I did it and how I did it, and I'm just like, if you just get up every day, you pray, you wake up, there's a miracle that can happen. You know, dreams come true when you pray. Everything that you've always wished for and wanted, it comes true when you pray. And I've learned that plenty of times. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for my mama, I wouldn't be here either. My mama really cared for me and she showed me the right way. So I appreciate that,
Yeah.
you know, and I appreciate that how you said you used to do so many crazy things too, and I used to know we used to know back then whenever we were talking and everything that you had a lot of troubles going on, but you fixed that, and that's good. That's like amazing to hear, knowing that somebody changed from, doing things that they shouldn't have to becoming like a better person is great to hear. That's like let me know like that person really does want something out of life now. you know?
Yeah.
And it's great. It's a great feeling. It's just a really great feeling. It makes me happy. I'm pretty sure you got a smile
I
on
got
your
it.
face, don't
Yeah.
you? Don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody does. When it gets to that point, you get a smile on your face and you like, I'm so happy now. I don't have no worries anymore. You know. So the
Yeah. You just gotta encourage homies to aim for the sky and shoot for the stars. If
hmm
they miss their winning club.
also pray. Pray is the best thing to do. So is there people that
Yeah.
you let go? Have you let go a lot of people? Like the people you've been hanging with, you let them go, or they still in your life, trying to get you in
Yeah.
your life?
I cut off a lot of people. Like I don't talk to anybody much.
Like, what's the specific people you talk to still?
Um, I don't know. I talk to like a couple people from school, but like I don't really hang out with them. The only person that I would really hang out with is like this girl Constance. She cool. Like she's gonna have like our life, and like I try to like encourage her to like go on with her life and like do good things and like
That's good.
just like stay strong and like
That's really good. You know, I still do that to people. I always do that to people. I don't mind, helping them out when they're going through troubles. It's like, you know, my
yeah,
friend.
like especially if you've been through the same stuff and like you know how it is to like go through that and
And with us guys, we always cheat. We cheat before. We've had cheat before. Like my bro DeAndre, I'm not gonna lie, I did an interview with him not like a month back, a while ago. He said his girl was staring at his soul. She was looking deep into his eyes. But she thought some other chick was texting him. He got up and went across the street. He was scared. I was like, so you literally left your girl. You walked across the street and you sat down. And then you looked at her. I'm like, dude, your girl gonna walk all the way over across the street and sit down right next to you again. Because she said his phone was going off. And he's told me so many things like I had to change too because I cheated. He's like, I'm not gonna lie, I cheated on her. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not gonna lie either. I used to cheat too. You should
yeah,
know. You should know. I used to be the type of dude that did some stupid stuff like that. I used to cheat.
yeah,
And not anymore. I keep my heart, stable and faithful. I like to keep my heart, sustainable. I like to be that person that gives a heart, and stays faithful and that does things that needs to be done and do them right. I can't be having that
yeah,
much bad influence in my life anymore. And yes, I had to let people go too. I let a lot of people go. And it's hard. It does get hard when you let people go like that, but it's best for you. 'Cause you don't need that. You don't need that. And
yeah.
people never change. Most people never change because I'm pretty sure you still be on Facebook, right?
Sometimes not as much as I used to.
Nah, I'll be on Instagram still. sometimes. Like, but I be on the moving page more. But you know, you be on Instagram or Facebook or any social media site, and you see person just like
Yeah.
exposing themselves, and you're like, "Are you kidding me right now?" Like,
Yeah. It's like I was on Facebook earlier today actually, and I one of my old friends, Bethany, like she was on there, and like she was like posting pictures of her ass and stuff, and I was like I was like, damn, she got no respect for herself. Like, if you're gonna like post pictures like that, that just shows you have no respect for your body, you know?
that's disrespect. You know that I look at people like that, and I'm like, what is going on with you? Like, I've seen so many people, you know, disrespect themselves, disrespect others, disrespect their bodies, and I'm like, this cannot be happening. Like, dudes on
Yeah,
here, dudes these days, the reason they expose their bodies, they be shirtless, is because they're trying to have attention, you know, and
yeah,
that type of thing like that. That's not. I know I have pictures of me with no shirt on, but you know what? I'm not showing off. I'm doing pictures of with
yeah,
no shirt to show what type of emotion I'm in. Like all the pictures with my shirt
yeah,
off, I'm either have my hands on my face because I'm sad, or I have my hands covering my face because I'm still sad. But I don't do that no
yeah,
more. That was a long time ago. Back, I still got those pictures on my
yeah,
Instagram. But you know, you can't see my body at all. You really just see like it looks like I got a black T-shirt on. You really can't see it.
oh my
So it's
gosh.
like, you know, it covers it up, you know. And nowadays I take pictures and I'm just sitting on there like, you know, this person's exposing their body, you know, this person's up here talking about sex all the time, and I'm just like, cause you go on there and
Yeah,
you see
it
people disturbing pictures of a person like posting a picture of somebody having sex, like these pictures of people having sex, and it's just like,
yeah.
what are you
I
thinking
posted
about?
this thing on Facebook today. Actually, it was like people. I posted this thing on Facebook. It was kind of funny. It was like people be like, "I need a bay" or something like that. Not, and I'm over here just like, "Where's the food at?"
Like you said you need a bay, but if you need a bay, like what? If you need a bay, you need to go. You need to learn how to wait. It's called waiting. And
Yeah,
it's called the waiting game. You know, you can't just go out there and be thirsty and want different people, because then you could talk about you want to bay, then you got so many people texting you, then you lose it, then you start texting other people, you start texting another person, another person. That's just making you look like a freaking player. And when it comes down to it,
yeah,
and they find
and
out that you're talking to all kinds of different people behind your back, oh no, hell breaks loose.
yeah, and that's like, okay, so this girl Hasty that I used to hang out with, like, she ended up getting pregnant by like one of my guy friends. His name is Doug. Well, she said that it was his kid and everything, and she just had her baby like a month ago, and she young, she's like 15, and like she just had her baby, and Doug's black, and the baby's like white as a motherfucker, cause she's white, and the baby's white as fuck, and
That's not his
her
kid.
baby daddy was, yeah, the baby daddy was supposed to be black, and like I
That's,
don't know, like I
that's
kind
not
of
his
like
kid.
felt bad for her because like she thought he was the dad, and like I don't know.
That's 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 not no, like really, like you don't do that to nobody. Like it's
Yeah, and like Doug, like
disrespectful. That's
yeah,
really
Doug, he
disrespectful.
that I still talk to Doug sometimes, and like he was like telling me how like it broke his heart that kid because he thought that he was gonna have a baby and everything, and it came out and it was white and like looked nothing like him or anything, and that he was like had everything ready to have like a son, and it was turned out that it wasn't even his kid. Like that, like I don't know. That would hurt me so bad if like a girl did this. Like if I was a guy and a girl did that to me.
I'd be disappointed. I'd be mad. I'd be frustrated. I'd be angry. I wouldn't even talk to that chick. The thing I would do, I would walk away from the situation, because I'm not gonna lie, Claudia. There is a chick that dated me before, and she did live in Oklahoma, and she had a child. Then she gonna call me the other day. She didn't call me the other day. She called me like 3 months ago. She was talking about No, 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 no. Way before that. It was a long time ago. She was like, I had a kid with another dude. I've been in that same situation, and she was like, you're
Mm.
not gonna take care of my child. I was like, nah, because that's not my child. What do I look like taking care of some other man's dude? He need to step up on the plate and be a dad. You know, if you really
Mm.
gonna leave a child, you gonna really leave a child. If you gonna, let me put it this way: you shouldn't have a child at a young age, younger than, let's say,
Yeah.
younger than 21 and younger. 22 and older, straight. 21 and younger, no, not even ready for
Mm.
that yet. Because,
Just like whenever I was about 15, when I was 15, I was like, I want to have a kid. Like, son, I want to have a kid, and then like, I'm like, and now I'm older, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to have no kids, you know. Like, I still ain't like done anything with a guy like that because I was like scared, you know. And
hmm
I don't know.
I'd be scared too because I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a virgin too. I'm still a virgin. I ain't lost it. I ain't lost it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah,
That's what many
all
people
right, all
say.
right.
I mean, I'll lose it. I'll lose it one day. I'll lose it one day. I will. But you know, so many people be like, I ain't gonna do it. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. Next day they're like, hey, how you doing? He's like, what's up? You know, you want to hook up? Y'all hook up. You know, it's the first date. You know, you're hanging out, and then you know the best thing to do when you start doing that is get to know that person more. Once you get connected
Mhm.
to that person, get to know a person deep inside, then maybe you can think about doing that and losing it to that person.
Yeah,
But
it's
these
like,
days, you know how girls are. They'll lose their virginity to any
yeah,
random nigga in the world, and they don't know one single thing about that person. They could be a freaking. They could
it's
hit.
like,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's like my cousin. We went to Alabama this summer, and it was like right before I went to JV. We went to Alabama, took her to the beach and everything, and she met this guy at the beach, and like we were only in Alabama for like a week, and like by the second day we were there, she was already like fucking him and stuff, and I was like, hell no, and
Uh-uh.
like you tripping.
She
And
won't.
she didn't even know him. She didn't know shit about him or nothing.
That's what you don't do because that person could end up having your number, calling you, and they could be abusive. Because there's a lot of people I know. Like I have just a trouble going on with some chick I don't know. I don't know. Like she's texted me and she's been like, some guys hitting me. There's been people texting me talking about a guy's been hitting them. Her brother's been hitting her, pushing her to the wall. Her friends punched her rib, and now she's in the hospital because of it. And like I got infuriated. I'm like I got quiet mode. Like I sat there and I was like I'm about to go get a piece of gum and start chewing on it. Before I had to come down there and beat somebody ass and come back home. I was just
Yeah,
sitting there like popping this gum, just in a quiet stage mode. Like whenever I hear somebody about something like that, like some bad thing happened to like a man hits a woman, I'm just going crazy.
yeah.
I'm like,
Or like this
hell,
thing on the news, like in Oklahoma City the other day. It was like this woman, like she was 2 years older than her husband, and like she already had a son, but when they got married, and then she had a kid. But like I guess like it was on the news a few like maybe a week ago, and she like saw his truck and like went down there and like shot him. But whenever she made the police report, she said she didn't know why she did it. She saw him and then she shot him.
what?
But like in court, but in court and everything, she said that he was running after her car, like acting like she was gonna punch her window. But whenever she shot him, he was faced the other way, like he was running away from her. And like I was like, the fuck, like bitch, hell no. And like the day before she shot him, she called the like life insurance and like made sure that like she was getting the money, and that was the day before she shot him, and the next day she shot him. So like, how the fuck you gonna call a life insurance the day before you shoot him? Like,
Yeah, for real. That's like really crazy. Like I've known
like,
like
like
women.
that I just cold blood murders that nigga.
You know, I'm not me. You know, it may seem like I'm into the violence, you know, when it comes to things like that and protecting people, but I'm not into the violent. Like I keep myself calm.
Yeah,
I stay like around like I try to calm down and I do calm down these days now. Like I'm just like no more violence, you know, no more cutting myself. You know how I used to cut back then. Yeah. The little stories of how I used to cut my
yeah,
arm and want to not be all happy again and it's just like turn around and do what you got to do, man. Don't be doing that to yourself cuz I've been hurting myself. I
yeah.
was hurting myself the
It's
other
like it's like I remember I was doing the same thing, and like now I realize like what was I doing to myself? I wasn't doing nothing but putting ugly scars on my body, you know.
So you've been straight mostly now? You know, doing great.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
how
I've
you
been doing
feel.
pretty good.
I'm
Right,
pretty sure you wake up like saying, "Oh my gosh, thank God for this miracle that has happened." You know, I feel like a
yeah.
brand new person. You know,
Like every day I get up and I'm like, I get up for school and like, and actually I have something to tell you. It's kind of awkward, but the reason I messaged you earlier, like said hey, is because like I had like the weirdest dream. It was like I don't know why, but like I haven't even like thought about you very much. Like I have thought about you, but not like a lot. And like the other day, like I had a dream. It was like I went to the movies and like you were in the movie. I was like, hey, I know you, and you were like, he just looked at me like I was stupid. He was like, I was like, I know you, I really do. He was like, yeah, I know. And then I was like, you're a movie star. And she was like, no, I'm not. I was like, yeah, you are. You was just in the movie. And then he was like, no, like, I'm not a movie star. I was like, yeah, you are. Like, just like you were just in the movie. You were like, no, I'm not. You cannot tell anyone. And I'm like, okay. And so, like, that's what made me, like, want to message you.
yeah, and I don't mind you messaging. You can talk to me all you need to. Like if you need me, I'm here. I'm always here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not, you know, busy. I mean, I work now. Like I work at Wendy's. You know, my little bitty fast food restaurant job. You know that. But I'm
Yeah.
available. I'm available. You know, I'm not busy no more. I just go to work, go to school. I'm at home. I just say, you know, I just got my paycheck today, so you know, I'm a little excited about that. You know, bought that Xbox charger because I needed it. You know, wouldn't be playing no games today if it wasn't for that Xbox
Yeah.
charger. I was like, you know, I gotta wait till Monday for my paycheck to come in. I look in tomorrow. I look in this morning. I was like, I felt like doing that little dance, the little dance they was doing in that Geico commercial with that black dude. He was like, "Yeah,
Oh
what's
my
my
god.
number?" Throws the food on the floor and just started doing it. I'm
But
like,
that's like, I remember we went from like talking every day, like all day, every day, to like, just like, we kind of like just like drifted apart. Like, we just like talked like maybe a few times a day,
yeah.
and then like maybe like 2 or 3 times a week, and then like maybe like twice a month, and it was like just like we stopped talking.
And now you know we're coming back, like we're connecting again. It's like, you know, I feel like I can talk to him
Yeah,
again. You know, he's making more time. You know, and I'm always gonna do that now. You know, I'm gonna always try to, you know, be there for people. You know, especially people I've been cool with and I've known and actually talked to for a long time, like you and DeAndre and Aaron and Ricky, all my friends that you know live in Oklahoma and live in Nebraska and my New York homies. Like most of my friends are guys. If you meet,
yeah.
I don't think you've met most. I don't think you've met them yet. Nah, you haven't. Whoa,
Not
you have so many of my guy friends. Nebraska, New York, and Texas. That's where you got it at, and they are. really nice. They're nice. They're nice. I'm not gonna say, but when you mess with the New York guys, my New York homies, oh yeah, that mouth though.
No, that's what my dad does. My dad lives in New York.
They are.
Yeah, in Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn. That's where I'm trying to move to. Brooklyn, New York. I mean, I
Yeah,
heard it's really good out there.
yeah.
DeAndre told me it's calmed
My
down.
dad, yeah, it's pretty chill down there. Well, like, there's like a bunch of like, well, I don't know if it's always, but last summer, not this last summer, but the summer before last summer, I was down there was like a few like fights and stuff like that. That way.
Oh yeah, I did see a fight the other day on YouTube of these old people. I couldn't stop laughing. You know why? Uh, well, let's just say it started off where they were just grappling each other. Then one dude just knocks him into the concession stand. I was like, that's perfectly good for the room. Now it's on the flow.
Remember whenever, hey, remember whenever we was talking that one time and he was like eating Cheetos or something like that?
Yeah.
Or talking or something, I don't remember. He was like, this shit tastes like soap. He was like, he kept like talking about how it tasted like soap.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. There is times I still be eating food that be tasting like soap. Tastes like it tastes nasty. Like my mom came up to my job yesterday. She embarrassed the crap out of me. Oh my god. You know how bad I want to slap my mom. You know how mad I was at her. This toast,
You cannot slap your mom now, be fucked up.
this Coke don't taste like no Coke. It tastes like water. Mama. I was like, really, really. I was like, she making a little face like, don't taste bad. I looked at her. I felt like looking at her in disgust. Like, really? You really gonna say that and embarrass me in front of my employees? I work with these people. I was in front of my manager.
Yeah, I'd be pretty like that. That embarrassed me too.
She was like, and my manager was telling me like, she was like, he works really good and everything, and my mom was just up there like, I need to see his schedule out. My mom was always into my business these days. She's like, every time I go on the phone with somebody, like my homies, I'm like, who you talking to? I
Yeah,
get
like
quiet.
I wish my mom would like I wish my mom could like step up and be the mom like she needs to be for like maybe not me because I'm like older now, but like I still need my mom there for me and everything. Like, but for mostly for my little sister and my little brothers, like they need her more than anything. Especially my little sister, she's 5. Like she need my mom, you know.
Yeah. You
And
miss
like it
your
breaks
mom?
my heart that my mom in Tulsa, she kind of got stuck with some drugs right now. So like she don't really talk to me very much.
So you miss your mama?
Yeah, like I wish she could just like be the person that I thought she can be a good person. Like she kicked me out of her house like 3 months ago, actually. So
Has your mom seen a change in you before you left her?
yeah, but she didn't really care. She was just like always gone and like I don't know, like
Wow.
the times I needed her the most, like the times I needed her the most, she wasn't there. You
That's
know, it was kind
we.
of a fucked up situation. And like she has my little sister, like she always like leaves my little sister places, like not leaves my little sister with people she doesn't even know and stuff, so she can go do drugs and stuff. And just like it breaks my heart to see my little sister and my little brother have to go through that, cause like I know how it is, cause I had to go through it my whole life. But to
Mhm.
see my 5-year-old sister to like have to be around that, like it breaks my heart.
That is really sad, and I feel you on that because whenever you go through your brothers and sisters, you get older and you see things in life that you didn't like, and then they have to experience
Yeah.
it too. It's like, gosh, damn, I feel really bad right now. You know
Like,
that?
I mean, like, I'm just, like, my mom, like, she smoked pot. Like, that didn't, like, that wasn't as bad. But then, like, in the last, like, 6 months, she like got on some meth and stuff, and I'm
Oh no.
like it breaks my heart. Like even to see my mom look like that, like it breaks my heart.
So she was doing meth.
Yeah, that's what she's on right now.
What? Uh-uh.
Yeah,
No. And
yeah,
me and my friend just had our interview yesterday about drugs the other day. We were telling him. He said, and this I quote from my friend Alan. He said, smoking in general is bad for you. And plus, people say weed it helps you with diseases. Okay, and it helps with diseases, but do you not
yeah,
know it still kills your brain cells? While it's helping you, yeah, ooh, I'm helping. I'm getting
yeah,
cancer
yeah.
kills everything. Your brain cells are getting killed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like I used like I smoked pot for a while, and you know why? But like I got away from that now, and I'm like I realized like
It destroys your body.
constantly
It
to
hurts.
like
You stop
yeah.
thinking a lot more. You're just like,
Whenever you smoke pot, you do nothing but sit there and act like a dumbass
up
and
here,
sleep and
you're not
fucking
thinking. You know.
and eat. Like all you do is act like a retard and eat and sleep.
Same thing with weed too. People say weed that because
So that's what I was talking about.
people are posting. I posted on Instagram about it, and people were like, "Well, you're actually wrong and everything." But you know what? It is helping people with diseases and everything, but they should not make it legal. You know why?
Yeah,
It still kills your brain cells. It kills your brain cells. If they make that legal, there will be so many people who will not comprehend a whole lot of things. There'll be so many people.
yeah, that's like
There'll be so many people
honestly
that be
like
done.
I smoked pot like when I lived with my mom because like I felt like when I smoked pot that I didn't like because like whenever you smoke pot you don't know it like you act like stupid like you do nothing but think like you're happy you act happy I guess like you're funny and like stuff like that like
Mhm.
you laugh at everything that happens and I
Yeah.
thought like whenever I smoked pot and I lived with my mom like I'd be like I was always depressed and everything and you know that and then like I was smoking pot and I was so like happy and stuff like that. And then I realized I was like, I'm not gonna like use pot to like make myself happy. And maybe
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
on the
like,
phone.
I'm just gonna like, well, I'm just gonna like success in life and make myself happy that way instead of using drugs or alcohol to do it. That's
Yeah,
like
'cause
my mom.
haven't you been on the phone with me
She was,
before when you've been drunk and all that stuff before? I think you have.
yeah,
Yeah, one day, and I remember the bad past we used to have too. And I don't want to remind myself because it hurts, it breaks my heart because of how you were back then. And now I'm just like, this is amazing to see her change like this. I mean, back then, I'm gonna put this out there, but back then, whenever me and you had our little argument when I was at my aunt's house and I started crying, it broke my heart to see that I was getting laughed at by you and your little friend in the background. And I was like, and I'm just waking up and I'm just like, the fuck, man, like. And then
yeah,
I come up these days and you're just like, you changed. Like, I'm really happy for you. You really got a heart now. I'm like, she finally has
yeah.
that
That
heart.
was like, and like back then that was me like just being like a childish, like a little bitch. Like honestly. Like that's how I was. Like
And I still kind of get that memory in my head of when that day happened. I mean, I try to clear it away and to forgive you, and I forgive you for that day. I still forgive you. I forgive you no matter what happened on that day. I forgive you for everything that you've done to me. 'Cause
I mean, you want me to be honest, I don't even remember like I remember you being at your aunt's house and like talking to you at you while you were at your aunt's house and stuff. But like I do not remember like why we were arguing or like being with my friends or anything. Like I don't remember shit.
yeah, I don't. Everything that you've done to me and everything that I've done to you. We just forgot about the past. And we're thinking about now. We changed. You know, no more
Yeah.
hell, no more hell loose anymore. It's like I feel great. I feel happy. This person's changed. I've changed. And we can, be happy again. Be cool again. Be
It was
close.
it's like when the guys like texted you if you like it was like maybe a month ago, maybe over a month ago. I was like, hey, he was like, don't text me. I'm not allowed to talk to you. I got a girlfriend. I was like, oh, like it kind of hurt me, but then I like realized that like I shouldn't like. I realized that it's like you moved on and everything, and I was like, even though it kind of hurt, I was like, I like I feel happy for you at the same time because like you're happy, so like I'm gonna be happy since you're happy, you know.
I'm not gonna lie, and she's not gonna hear this interview, but I'm really not happy with her. She's giving me hell. I'm just putting this out there for you. She she is the most controlling girl ever. Still, I thought she would change after I gave her a chance. She literally made me take off a picture off of Instagram I had. I took with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. I had to take that down. She got jealous about that. She gets mad when I play on Xbox with my friends, and it
You
hurts.
need a girl that's like that wants you to like be happy with your friends or like hang out with your friends, and like you need a girl that's gonna like what I'm saying, like be happy, like that
And be there
you're
for me.
like oh,
She gets mad because I don't text her all the time. She puts little three dots, and I'm like, what the fuck? Really? I'm
I mean,
busy.
well,
I'm
like
busy.
to me, I'm like, well, but you act like I'll be like, I don't gotta talk to you every 5 seconds. Like, give me some second stage. Like, damn.
That's what it is. Like, he's like, you act like you want me to talk to you every 5 freaking seconds. I'm not available every 5 seconds. I'm probably in the middle of an Xbox match, and I'm about to get killed. And I'll be doing that. I'll
Yeah,
be on Xbox. She's like, you're paying more attention to your Xbox. It's like your Xbox is more important than me.
so like, yeah, it is. So, now that's
And I
kind
feel
of
like
fucked
saying,
up, but
I call you every god dang day. What is it that you want from me? And my mom don't even like her. She said when she was on the phone with her, she was like yes and no yes ma'am. You know how it goes with parents whenever
that's very
when
that's
you
like I still say yes, ma'am. Like even the way my mom acts, I still whenever I talk to her, I still say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, or like no, thank you, or you're welcome. I still say that every day. I use those words every single day.
yeah, and I'm
Like
like,
that's disrespectful.
go ahead, go ahead.
What?
I said go ahead.
I don't know what I'm. I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh
I was, I was just saying that I use those words every day, and that's especially like your girlfriend. Like if she really like wants to be with you and stuff, like don't be rude to your mom. Like that's the thing that bugs me the most. Like if I was with a guy and he was disrespectful to my mom, hell no, I'd be cutting them off right now. Like no.
I'm on the verge of just leaving because I can't take it anymore. She's being controlative. She's, really, 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 really like always telling me, oh, she's like always like, hey, babe, and then like all of a sudden it gets into a big argument to where like, cause one day she went over to her friend's house and I told her not to go anyways because she said her friends and she claims they're her friends, but they tried to get her to have sex with the dude over there while she was over there, and it was nothing but this month. They tried to get her to have sex with the dude. They point to the room. Then they try to get her to talk to random dudes.
No, it's like if she really wanted to be with you, she would not like even think about doing that. Like especially talking to random dudes or even especially like having sex with other people. Like
And I told her that,
no,
and she was like, maybe I shouldn't be in that position. My mom was like, you should. Maybe she shouldn't even been in that type of position, that type of way, anyways. Like
yeah,
she shouldn't even like been
maybe
around that in the first place. I told her, don't go over there. I was like, don't go over there. I'm pretty, and plus her sister, I don't like her sister because her sister is a hoe. Straight up, word up, she's a hoe. Like she used me. and she uses every dude. Like every time she talks about school. Okay, she doesn't even talk about school. I'm gonna put it that way. She doesn't talk about school. Every time I talk to her, she's like, "Well, this is guy, 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 this is guy," and I'm like, "Please tell your sister to shut the hell up and learn and stay in school, please." All she talks about
Yeah.
is one dude, a dude, and I'm like, really?
That's like Taylor. I don't know. I don't know if you heard, but Taylor's mom died this summer.
She's what? What?
Taylor's mom died this summer.
What?
I don't know if you heard about that or not. Yeah, and like
How'd she die?
I, they moved to Colorado, and like the climate change. Like her mom was a smoker, and like the climate change caused her heart to shut down and her lungs.
So her mom is dead?
But like Taylor, like I'm so nice with her. Like even though like I'm not like best friends like we used to be because she backstabbed me so many times. But like I'm still nice to her. Like if she needs something, then yeah, like if she needs like food or anything, like money, like to be like, cause she lives with her grandma now and with her little sister and her grandma. And like if she needs something like to help out with her grandma or little sister, then yeah, I'm there. I'm gonna help her. Yeah, you know. And then like, but like I was hanging out with her one day. Like it was probably like 2 months ago, and like she was talking to this guy, and he told her he was like, if you don't send me a picture of your tits, I'll rape you. Blah blah blah. I'll shoot you, ugly bitch. And like, I was like, Taylor, do not let him talk to you like that. I was like, no, that's very disrespectful. And then like she was like letting guys like tell her it was her fault that her mom died because she's a whore. And like she lets guys like talk to her like that. And I'm like, really, Taylor? Like that's fucked up. Like she doesn't like. If my mom died, I wouldn't be able to talk to her, like do the things that she does. Like
I wouldn't
I
let
don't know,
nobody
like
talk to me like that anyways.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. That I was like, especially like letting you guys tell you like if you don't send me a picture of your tits, I'm gonna rape you. Blah blah blah. Like hell no. Like
I don't even do that no
you
more.
know.
Like, you know how we used to do that type of stuff back then? Yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
I'm not even like that no more. I'm gonna tell you that now. A girl that like is like, hey, send me a picture of that. And there is, I'm not gonna lie, there was one gay dude. Like, I think it was kind of, I think we were dating still during that. No, I think yeah, we were talking still. And he was like, hey, he was gay. He was like, let me see a picture of your D. I jumped out my bed like, what you just say, nigga? I'm not gay, first of all. I'm straight. And like once again, I don't send that stuff no more. You know, I've learned that I shouldn't be doing stuff like that. And I had to change. I have to really change, and I did, and I'm really happy for it. I got good results. And I'm so happy. You know, and I'm really happy that you changed. Is that your dog?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dogs, dogs, dogs.
Yeah.
They're the cutest thing in the world. You know. It's glad that you
Yeah.
changed. I'm happy I talked to you. Did this interview with you today. It was great. You really did a really good job, and this has been the longest interview I've done with anybody. Seriously, 1 hour and 3 minutes. That's a long time. That's a long time. You know, and that's good. That was great. That was amazing. I really enjoyed it. And I know you enjoyed it, and I know you felt happy to see that I changed, and that I'm happy, but I'm not happy with this girl, but I'm happy, but I'm happy, and I'm alive to still breathe, you know. It's a wonderful gift. I'm glad you changed. I'm glad you're doing what you got to do. I'm glad I finally get to see the real you. You know. You know what I mean? You hear me? Did you hear me? I'm glad I get to see the real you. You know, people change.